Alex.
So we may get away with just one more safety car lap, in other words. But Michael Broadhurst is coming back at him as they come into Maggots and Beckins for fifth place. And so Michael Broadhurst, for sixth place I should say, Michael Broadhurst then behind the Kevin Veltman BMW, which is now living up to its billing, and they're heading to the hangar station the first time on the restart.
But importantly, the race leader is getting away. Alex Buncombe now is shaking off the Ginetta in second place there in the hands of Michael Simpson, and he in turn is now being caught by Michael Mallock. So we have the Nissan up front, and a great little battle developing for second position, because it's Ginetta, Aston Martin, Ginetta, because then you've got also Hunter Abbott going through ahead of running very wide Matt Hamilton, having his first race in one of these cars, of course, but he missed yesterday. Then Kevin Veltman goes through ahead of Michael Broadhurst, and he in turn is under pressure now from Vladimir Hladik, and Veltman tries to attack Hamilton at the bottom of the Vale there. It doesn't work, but as ever, Kevin Veltman terrorising the driver ahead of him. Out of club corner they go now, with the Michael Mallock driven Aston Martin coming under increasing pressure as well. And it is Alex Buncombe up front, then a bit of a gap before you have in second place Michael Simpson, then a smaller gap before Michael Mallock hanging on to his third place. Now for fifth, Michael Broadhurst is coming back at the redoubtable Kevin Veltman going up towards Abbey. Veltman tries to defend on the inside there in the BMW, and he does so. I tell you, he's a great driver, Kevin Veltman. He's very spectacular, and he knows how to really get the most out of a car, and he's going to have to really work overtime now to defend from the Ginetta.
We saw all that on the screen. What you probably couldn't see from your vantage point was the way that Kevin Veltman was widening his BMW, and he did it quite subtly, yes. So he's determined not to give his place away, and in fact the effect has been to allow once more Matt Hamilton to come back at 52, the silver car of Michael Broadhurst. So it's a great scrap between the BMW and being terrorised. You talk about Kevin Veltman terrorising people, he's being terrorised.
And both of them ahead of Veltman and of Osborne significantly is Ordonez then in number 14, so he is still the best of the stoppers, although Veltman and then Osborne are not that far behind him. But the Nissan in real terms has kept its lead. Joe Osborne actually not that close yet to have a go at Veltman. He wasn't able to do much under braking going down to the bottom of the Vale either. So Kevin Veltman, who doesn't know Silverstone terribly well, flings the car out of club corner, and they need to try to work together to an extent here to make sure they can catch up to that Nissan. But now Joe Osborne in the Ginetta has the run coming out of club, heading up towards Abbey, but he's yet to, of course, understand just how defensive Kevin Veltman can be. So up towards Abbey, Joe Osborne is still stuck there behind the BMW driver now, but right behind him. Now this is going to be a real challenge for Luca Ordonez, and we've got the Ginetta there coming up on the inside. That's the Joe Osborne gets on the inside of Kevin Veltman. He's got ahead of the BMW now, so we've got the first four cars. They're almost side by side, the BMW and the Ginetta. Here they come down towards you then, David. But for the race lead, it's the Ginetta ahead of the Nissan still, and the Nissan has got the pace. So Stuart Lynn on the inside trying to defend, but Lucas Ordonez comes powering round on the outside. He's on the wrong line for the corner, so he has to brake a little bit earlier. Stuart Lynn then it is who leads the race. Just Ordonez is in second place. Veltman back up into third under real pressure again from Joe Osborne, who's going to attack. Michael Mallock has got a problem because the Aston Martin with its hazard lights on has slowed down coming through Stowe corner. Osborne shoves the Ginetta up the inside of Veltman coming through club, and he's going to go through this time. I think yes he is. It's still Stuart Lynn in the lead there, but Veltman coming back at the Ginetta, going up towards Abbey. Over the lead, Ordonez goes to the outside of Lynn. BMW is still third. Ginetta, red-orange Ginetta it is, still leads the way, but only just, so it is Lynn. Ordonez being caught by Veltman, taking Osborne with him. It's four for the lead now.
Fantastic sight, this quartet of cars coming under the bridge, into Bridge Bend then. So yes, Stuart Lynn musting his way through ahead of Ordonez, and having a go down on the inside there. Joe Osborne gets ahead, does he? Side by side, Kevin Veltman is not going to give anything away. Running wide there is the Nissan, so Luca Ordonez runs wide, goes through Priory. He's got himself a bit of tarmac back. He's back onto the real racing track. He goes through Brooklands, he's dropped down to fourth place, and so in the lead is 51 Stuart Lynn, fresh out of the pits.
It's Stuart Lynn leading, second is Osborne, third is Veltman, down to fourth then it's Ordonez in the Nissan. Kevin Veltman, absolute star, isn't he, in this BM? Absolutely. But for the moment, of course, with him having to defend, he's losing a bit of touch with the top two. Osborne right on the back of Stuart Lynn. They go down. small gap, then Veltman ahead of the attempting to recover Ordonez, who locks up there going into Abbey, but Osborne all over Stuart Lind now like a cheap suit.
This is a fantastic battle, isn't it? Genettas at their very best. This is what happens to Jenny. And diving down on the inside, going to Priory. There goes Joe Osborne to take the lead from Stuart Lind. Has he been able to hold the car on the tarmac? He's got Stuart. He's a little bit tighter on the brakes, but he's going into Brooklands now. He's got the lead for the moment. Stuart Lind tries to go around the outside. He's delayed the pair of them. So Kevin Veltman has joined in the battle as well as they go towards Luffield. It is just Joe Osborne ahead of Stuart Lind. Kevin Veltman is there with them as well as they come out of Luffield to complete the lap. It's the 11th lap they're about to complete. Joe Osborne has the lead. Stuart Lind, Kevin Veltman is second. Kevin Veltman dives down on the inside going in the Cops corner. He's taken second place in this BMW. Amazing performance this for a guy who's hardly ever raced at Silverstone. So Kevin Veltman in second place. They accepted Henry Fletcher, the rest really out of it, but a great battle still going on for second place. The order stays the same as they come through Beckett, and sideways there, full opposite lock on the part of Kevin Veltman.
And Kevin Veltman stoically still second for the end.
And he's opening up the gap again, having had that moment, that sideways moment. And Tom Dunson goes down on the inside of Ordonez going into Priory. Is he going to get the pace? He spins instead. And in fact, this time for the second time in the race goes wide all over the gravel and gets back, I think, hopefully out of it. Yes, it does. There suddenly enters stage left and gets back onto the tarmac. So in fact, they didn't touch, in fact. What happened was that the Genetta is back in the race, but you've got a battle between two cars now for second place. The redoubtable, the remarkable Kevin Veltman in this BMW in second place, being monstered, if that's the word, by the Genetta of Stuart Lind Priory. No challenge by Stuart Lind that time. They're not going to catch the leader, but the leader just turning the by Stuart Lind. He's going to get him alongside the BMW as it goes wide, coming out of Luffield. They're side by side as they come into Woodcote. It's possible for the Genetta to get through on the inside of the BMW, but Kevin Veltman is denied to make quick car, that BMW, and Kevin Veltman still has that second place. But on every corner now, he's a really superb driver. On something that smells unfamiliar to him.
Side through Chapel Curve, Stuart on the outside there, but that will translate to the inside line for Stowe Corner if he's got the speed to keep level with the BMW. I don't think he has, strangely. The BMW is still looking the stronger of the two, and in fact widening the gap as they come down towards Stowe this time around. Henry Fletcher here, even though he's lost the place, he's having a stab at getting the place back once more, but he's not there yet, but he's not falling away from the Aston Martin too much, as Kevin Veltman has been crossed up once again coming out of club, but he's managed to sort himself out, and the gap doesn't really change over him. Stuart Lind's still not really able to take advantage of that. He does have the braking, he seems to be stronger, but that BMW has a fair amount of granted a straight line.
We're getting a replay of this. That was what you call a Jerry Marshall moment. It was completely 45 degrees as he came out of club corner that time, but he held it well, and as you say, he has lost the right-hander, so the BMW has a tighter line through the corner. For no particular reason is the leader. Joe Osborne comes through Woodcote that time. The BMW is on the outside to come through the Woodcote. It's going to be the Stuart Lind. It doesn't have the speed. This BMW is quicker than the Genetta in a straight line. I don't know if overlooking, but he's still out in front. He tries to draw attention to himself a lap ago by driving over the curb coming out of Woodcote, but he at the moment still has the
hustles on, but he's a little bit crossed up again at Stowe. That means that Stuart Lind's smoother style helps him, and the Genetta is almost alongside at the end of the Vale, but it's the outside line. Is he going to make Kevin Veltman outbrake himself? Veltman goes very deep into the approach to club corner, throws the car into the first element, runs wide for the corner itself. Stuart Lind gets up alongside him, but he goes through now. Stuart Lind goes second. The Genetta up in the second position. Veltman forced wide there, but because the BMW seems to have the power, he could well get back at Stuart Lind, even as they get to Abbey. He's closing now into the braking area. Is there a gap on the inside? Not quite, but he very nearly made one. So Stuart Lind is slipping down to third, and Ordonez is not far adrift.
The lap time left in the race, so we'll have the leader through the start. It's going to be his last lap in a moment, as the leader then will emerge shortly from Luffield. Here he is then, Joe Osborne will be coming to the to go. So this is going to be the start line. He's got fourth place, who really deserves a place on the podium, doesn't he, Kevin Veltman?
I don't rule him out yet, because he doesn't give up, Kevin. That gap again does not look a huge one. In fourth place, the never say die Kevin Veltman, hurling the BMW around, the car still protesting at the way that it's being driven, still trying hard.
It almost lost it going through club that time. The car went sort of Veltman sideways. Down as he comes up to the line there, Joe Osborne, he wins in second place. There's a problem with the car, whether it was just to celebrate the fact that he was taking the flag. Second place is Stuart Lind, closing all the way. Luca Ordonez in third place, and Kevin Veltman outgunned at the end, but staying ahead.